Hey you, this is Jasim from CodeBand, and in this video we are going to be talking about the things that we need to install before we actually move into the series. So the first thing we need to install, so before moving into that, this video is specific to Mac OS or Linux users. So if you're a Windows user, then I'll put the link in the pinned comment, so you can just go through that link, and the kind of procedure is different for Windows user, and that's why I prepared a separate video for that. So you can just go to that link in the pinned comment. So back into here, the Python, the first thing we have to have installed in our machine is Python, because this is a Python automation series. So for Mac OS users, if we just go to the terminal, so if I say command space for the Spotlight search, and if I search for the terminal, and if I let me make this bigger so that you can see what's there. So if I just say like Python, you can see that Python shell being there. Now remember, in Mac OS the Python is pre-installed on the machine, so you don't have to actually manually install the Python package. So although this says Python 2.7 is not recommended, now this is Python 2.7 by the way, but we need Python 3. We'll be using Python 3, so I'll just exit out of this shell here, and I'll say like Python 3. So with that being said, you can see if I say Python 3, then it shows Python 3.8.3. so Python 3 is also built into the machine as well. Now the version is of course a problem. In your case the version might be 3.5 or 3.3 or whatever be. If it's something like 3.8, then no issues. You don't have to actually manually install or update this version. Now if your version is 3.5 or 3.6, then you need to update the version. So for that you can just go to python.org. I'll put all the links in the description section, and in the download section you can just download the latest version from here. In this case it's Python 3.8.5. you can just download that. It's a package. You can just, it's very straightforward. Just click next, and you would be good to go. So with that, now if you're a Linux user, you can of course see that Linux being there by default instead of this Mac, or you can go to other platforms and download that version from there. Now with that being said, if you downloaded and installed those package and come back into here, and if I just exit out of this shell, and if I again type in Python 3, you could probably see that it will be showing the older version 3.5. It will not show the latest version. Now that's because you need to restart the terminal. So you need to just close the terminal and reopen it again. And now if I say like Python 3, then that new version would be there. In your case that Python 3.5 would be installed on your machine. So you can see that path being automatically set. Now if that path is, if you type in Python 3 and you see the older version always, then you need to update that path to be a newer version. Now I'll put a link in the description section, an article of showing how to set the path of Python in Mac OS or Linux machines. So you can just go through that, and it's very straightforward. You can just make it to the latest version. So with that being said, the Python 3 is installed. Now the next thing we have to install is a package called Selenium. Now Selenium is a package that we'll be using for this Python automation. So I'll put the link again in the description section, this one here. So this is the kind of documentation of Selenium. Now here we'll be actually talking about this a lot. We'll be actually using this entire Selenium package, but as the installation part, you can see the installation here, the installation. So you can just go to installation, and here you can see the first thing, pip install Selenium. Since it's a package, you need to install that. So I'll just copy this stuff here, this command here. So I'll just copy that, and in our case I'll just exit out of this console, and I'll just clear the entire shell. and I'll just command V so that it will be installed. Now before that, you need to make sure that you type in pip3 install Selenium, because pip is the package manager for Python 2. With pip3 it is accessing Python 3, so you need to make sure that you type in pip3 install Selenium and just click enter, and it will actually download that package and install it for you. So as you can see, it got installed. Now with that being said, that Selenium is installed back into the documentation, you can see that drivers here. So we'll be using Chrome as the default browser for this automation. Now of course you can use Firefox, Safari or Edge, that's up to you, but I highly recommend you to use Chrome, because then the process, the things I will be showing, it will be in Chrome, so you'll get that synchronization. So if you don't have Chrome, just download that. It's pretty much low file size, so no issues with storage and all. Just download Chrome, and after that what I would be doing is installing a Chrome driver. So this is important. Now the installation part is a bit trickier. You might not feel it like super easy, but still it's just a one-time procedure. If we start with that automation, it would be much more interesting. So what I'll be using is installing the Chrome driver. So this is the link for the Chrome driver. Just click on that and it would go to some page like this one. Now you need to install the Chrome driver based on the Chrome version. So you need to know your Chrome version. So for that, I'll just go to these three dots here, and up at the top, the three dots, and in the help section I'll go to about Google Chrome. Just click on that and you would see the Chrome version. So my version, as you can see, is 84. I mean, your version might be 85 or 86, whatever be. You can see the appropriate version. So I'm using 84, so I'll download this stuff here. So I'll just click on that and I'll show you something like this one. Now in here, what we'll do is, if you're Mac or Linux, you can choose the appropriate version. Just click on that link and it'll download that zip. Now we'll show that in Finder. Just unzip that. As you can see, the file is here. Just unzip that and you can see a file being generated, a Chrome driver executable. And now you need to just copy and paste this one to some other path, because this is in downloads. We'll be using this file later on. So just copy this one from here, and what I'll do is I'll go to my root folder, my home path. So in my case it is AKJasim, and what I'll do here is I'll actually make a folder known as Chrome driver. So you can see a Chrome driver folder being generated here. So I'll just make this bigger so that you can see that a little bit more clear. So the Chrome driver, just make a folder named Chrome driver, and inside that Chrome driver just paste in that file there. So just move that file from the downloads folder to this folder in the in your home root path, Chrome driver folder. So with that being said, the procedure is over. Now we are good to go with our series, but before that we'll be actually talking about one more thing, that is the Visual Studio Code. So this would be the editor that we would be using to code that thing. So during the Python automation, that videos will be using VS Code to as a code editor. So you can of course use any of the code editors. Say for example, you can use Sublime Text, or you can use PyCharm or whatever be, that's up to you, but we'll be using Visual Studio since it's very lightweight. So I'll again put the link in the description section for VS Code, so you can just download that from that link. And with that being said, everything is over, I believe, the installation part. Now from the next part on, we'll be actually building super cool automations. We'll be actually doing real world projects in each of the videos, and it would be much more interesting than the trickier installation part. And with that being said, if you like the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe our channel and click the bell icon near to it. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the very next